Hello! Happy New Year, motherfuckers! Yep, and it's 2017, January 1st. And, yeah. I had a crazy night. What did you guys do? So I decided, I told you, I did my worst of 2016, and I wanted to wait until I saw a few movies. I didn't get to see Manchester, which is sad, but true. Didn't get to see it. I am going to review it when I see it, which is probably going to be in a while. So I'm probably not going to review it because the timing and whatnot, but super sad. I want to see it, hearing great things. Not hearing good things about Casey Affleck, though, if you know what I mean. His performance is good, but, you know, his personal life is sexually challenged. So, here are my top... this is the list that I compiled. I was like, you know what, I feel good about this. I feel like these are the ones that I want to rewatch, that I want to own. I already have way too many movies, but I would love to own these guys because they're amazing. They're I'm sorry, I'm stoned. They're good movies. Anyways, oh yeah, you guys are responding well to my worst of. Thank you for that. You guys are viewing it. You guys are liking it. You guys are commenting. And I respect that. Thank you very much, and I would appreciate it if the same would be for this one. But if it's not, I understand. It was the same thing last year. People really like hearing people talk shit about movies instead of praising. But here we go. The last one I did honorable mentions last. This time I will do them first because I like these movies a lot, and I wish that they were on my list, but there are many reasons why they're not. The first one to start it off is 10 Cloverfield Lane. The ending. The rest of the movie, amazing. It was on my list. It was right there, and I was just like, you know what? It's really, that ending really fucks up the entire movie. War Dogs, I liked the movie. Jonah Hill was good in it. Miles Teller was really good in it. Todd Phillips directed it. The guy that did The Hangover. I liked the movie, but a little too much voiceover, but I liked it overall. Rogue One, I have my review. I'm gonna post it. I like the movie. It's just, you know, I have my problems with it. The Shallows, I like the movie. I like all of these movies. They're just minor problems that just made me be like, no, I don't want it on my list. But I like The Shallows. Blake Lively was really, really good. There were some awesome shots in it. The editing was really nice and crisp. It all felt believable until the ending. I can definitely tell it was inspired by Jaws. But yeah, Blake Lively was really good. The Jungle Book, awesome movie. Hologram for the King, very, very good Tom Hanks movie. It bombed in the box office, but it's just a typical Tom Hanks movie that we used to get now. I mean, back then, but we don't get nowadays, and people really don't want to see it. I want to see it because I love Tom Hanks in this kind of role. Miles Ahead, Zootopia, and Triple Nine. Those were some really good movies. I encourage you guys to check them out. Especially Zootopia, you know, it only made $2 billion. Please, it needs the recognition. Alright, here we go. My top 10 movies of 2016. Here we go. Such a good movie. I was really worried about this one guy, and it kind of affects the entire group. Got the coffees. At number 10 is a movie that failed, man. It failed in the box office. It did horribly. It made only $9 million off a $20 million budget. It made nothing, guys. It is Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping.
My fans and me, we're in love.
I write the songs that make the whole...
The arena is our bedroom. And the stage is where we fuck.
Something about this movie, man. There's something about this movie I really love. Like, I really love a lot. Now, of course, there's some stupid moments in it, but the parts that make me laugh are the parts that really make me laugh, man. The satire is on point. Me being a millennial and knowing exactly what they're going for, it just makes it 10 times better. I'm the exact target audience that Andy Samberg and the Lonely Island crew want. And I understand why people didn't want to go see it. It's the same thing, the same reason why Keanu kind of bombed. It didn't bomb as hard as this, but it definitely, the movies aren't, and Tina Fey movies and stuff like that, it's because people are used to seeing them on TV. People don't want to go out and see, unless it's a really compelling concept. And all of these movies, they don't really have like really hardcore compelling concepts that make you want to go out. Especially this one, because if you watch the trailer, you're just sitting there being like, oh, it's gonna be a Lonely Island sketch like on SNL, like an SNL digital short for an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, and you know what? I love SNL digital shorts, so the movie was perfect for me. At number 9 is a movie that I just finally watched, man. It took me a while. I don't know why I was holding back on this movie. It's really weird because it's written and directed by Richard Linklater, who's the best director, one of my favorites. And it's a spiritual sequel to Dazed and Confused. Guys, it's Everybody Wants Some.
This ain't high school, man. You're at a new level here. You have not earned teammate status yet.
Who the hell are you? Oh, Jake Bradford.
And until you do, you're nobody.
Excuse me. Yeah? Bye.
Such a good movie. It's just like Dazed and Confused, but then again, it's not like Dazed and Confused. Something like another one on my list. It does nostalgia right, man. I don't know if I'm wording that correctly, but it does. It's exactly what I want nostalgia to be, where it's like it's not doing so many callbacks to Dazed and Confused. Nobody's related to any of the characters. It's just set in Austin, Texas. It's just set with young people, and like the only problem I have with the movie that is not set in the day. You know, like I liked it just being with these people on a day, but or at just one night. You know, like Dazed and Confused, it was just based off of their one night on the last day of school. But I like that it was 3 days before class starts, and we're just seeing how these dudes are bonding, and then you see their true friendship at the end. I just really liked the movie. There's something about Richard Linklater movies that he knows exactly how to nail how people are. And I was really worried about this movie because when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, wow, this movie looks really cheesy, and they're just going straight to the spiritual sequel to Dazed and Confused. So I was kind of worried, being like, man, are they going to do like a bunch of callbacks? Is Richard Linklater like kind of selling out? And no, not at all, man. I just realized trailers for Richard Linklater movies typically suck. At number 8, Finding Dory.
Today's the day, our field trip to the Stingray Migration.
Stingray Migration.
Migration is about going home, which is where you're from.
How do the stingrays all know where to go?
Instinct, something deep inside you that feels so familiar that you have to listen to it.
My mom, my dad, I have a family.
We will never forget you, Dory.
What if I forget you?
I miss them. You know what that feels like?
Yes.
Then we better get going.
I was really worried about this one, guys. I did not want to see it. I was kind of against it. I was like, I don't think that a movie with Dory is going to hold up. And I was wrong. I watched Finding Dory and I cried my ass off. I cried my ass off. But it kind of kills Finding Nemo a little bit. It just makes Finding Nemo a little bit sadder because of what we know about Finding Dory. If you haven't seen it, it only made $2 billion in the box office. Who didn't see it? But it's such a good movie. It's not trying to. It does have callbacks to the first one, but it's like answering some questions that we didn't even really like. It's one of those movies like, did we ask for it? No. Were we asking these questions? Not at all. But they have good answers to these unwanted questions that we had. And I liked it. It's a lot better than the other sequels like Monsters University, ugh, and Cars 2, ugh. They're not doing sequels right unless it's Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3. But this is the first Pixar sequel where I'm like, yes, I like it, it's good, I'll accept it. Ellen DeGeneres is really good, Albert Brooks was good too. It was a really good movie, and again, it made me cry my ass off. Cough, got the coffees. At number 7 is Don't Think Twice.
Pushing your
5 minutes, guys.
5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes, guys.
Why am I Japanese?
Remember when you said, please tell me when I'm racist?
Yeah.
It's one of those
things.
This movie is written and directed by Mike Birbiglia, and starring him too. It's also starring Keegan-Michael Key. I think I said that right. Kate Mucci. I think I said that right. And a lot of other comedians. Jillian Jacobs. It's a really funny movie. It's not funny. It's really sad, but it's about comedy. It's about this improv troupe and how they're slowly breaking up because one of them got accepted on Weekend Live, which is basically like a Saturday Night Live knockoff, and it kind of affects the entire group, and everyone's like kind of like getting at each other trying to get the gig, and it's not like a typical comedy. Like, this is a movie, like, it could have been like that zany comedy. People are like, we're competing against each other. It's head to head. But it's not like that. It's kind of real, you know? It's like, that's a very stupid way of saying it, but it is. It does it very subtly, and no one really freaks out. There's only one freak out scene, and it works because you get to know the characters. But the movie is good. I really enjoyed it, and I like Mike Birbiglia. I think that he's a good writer. He's a good storyteller, and he was really fucking good in this movie, man. This movie, he was so good in it. Like, it's not as good as Sleepwalk with Me. I really think that Sleepwalk with Me is like a mini masterpiece in its own way. It's for comedians. Sleepwalk with Me and Don't Think Twice are like perfect movies, and me wanting to be a comedian, it's exactly what I want to hear, and it's exactly what I need to know, you know? Like, if you don't know anything about improv and you want to get into improv, Don't Think Twice is a how-to guide on improv. Literally, the introduction is how to do improv. It's perfect. And it shows you how like, and it's a beautiful movie, but again, it's very sad, it's emotional, and it's not all fun and games, but it's like them playing like these games while like dealing with like real emotion, and that was a stupid way to word that, but it's a really great movie. At number 6 is a strange one. This is a really fucking weird movie starring Paul Dano and Daniel Radcliffe. It is Swiss Army Man.
You know, I'd always hoped that right before I died, my life would flash before my eyes, and I would see wonderful things. But as I was hanging up there, I didn't really see much of anything. But I did see you.
Swiss Army Man, ladies and gentlemen. This movie is the craziest fucking movie I've seen about, like, humans and about how, like, the mind works since Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. And it has, like, the same exact low-budget effects. It wasn't as big because of the... People kind of stayed away from the fart joke thing, you know, which is kind of weird because in these studio comedies, it's all fart jokes, you know, and everyone's like, ha, he farted. And now that we have like an actually good movie that's surrounded by a fart joke, people are like, no, that's too sophomoric for me, thank you very much. It's like, fuck you. You want to go see Daddy's Home starring Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg? Fuck you. But Swiss Army Man is a really, really good movie. The performances, Daniel Radcliffe is really fucking good. He branched out from the Harry Potter thing. He really just cleaned all the Harry Potter juice off of him, while the other two, Emma Watson and Rupert, forgot his other last name, but they're still kind of like in the shower, like trying to scrub it off, like, I'm not this character anymore, I'm not a part of the wizardly world. But Daniel Radcliffe completely, like, he did it like it was nothing. It was like, I just dunked a little bit of water to slick my hair back. I'm gonna become a dead person now, and have people completely forget that I was ever Harry Potter. It's really good. And Paul Dano's amazing in the movie too. The Daniels, man, who wrote and directed this movie, they are going to be I can see them doing like the next few Marvel movies. I can see them doing more, and they're going to, because this movie was a perfect display of what they can do with a really low budget too. I don't want them to do Marvel movies, but I can see them doing really good, funny Marvel movies, you know, which, by the way, you're not going to see any Marvel movies on here because I kind of hate the new Marvel movies. I don't hate them. I think they were good movies. I'm not going to get to it right now. But the Daniels are fucking amazing. Swiss Army Man was a really crazy, trippy ride, and the performances were really fucking good. I hardcore recommend that everybody sees this movie. Number 5 is Sing Street. I just watched this movie, guys. I just watched Sing Street, and it is beautiful.
Who knows what this new prison will do for you? This is your time.
You see, this is beautiful. How come you're not in school?
I'm a model.
Cool. Do you want to be in a video for my band?
So if you're in a band, sing me a song.
Take on me.
It is a beautiful movie about kids, about forming something, about creating something, about trying to be yourself. It's really respectful about music. It's set in the 1980s, which it's perfectly. I'm not from the 80s, guys, but this and Everybody Wants Some, I feel like I'm there, man. It's awesome when you accomplish something like that. It's set in somewhere in the UK. I forgot the exact location. The music's really good. The performances are really, really good. The tone is there. It's kind of. It's written and directed by John Carney, and if you saw Begin or Being There and Once, they're kind of cheesy a little bit, but they're cheesy in a great way. Like he's embracing the cheesiness, and this movie's really good despite the controversy that's going on with the writer and director of what he said about Keira Knightley in Begin Again, which is kind of stupid and arrogant. But despite that, other directors have done worse things, like Bryan Singer, you know what you've done. Woody Allen, you know what you guys did. A guy talking shit about a girl singing isn't anything compared to those guys, you know. Alfred Hitchcock. At number 4, Don't Breathe.
Yo, I got our ticket out of here. Rumor is this guy is sitting on at least $300K. Boom!
That's our guy.
Wait, is he blind?
Messed up to rob a blind guy, isn't it?
Just because he's blind don't mean he's insane, bro.
Yikes. This movie's so fucking intense. I need a whisper now. This movie's really fucking good. It's amazing. The performances are awesome, especially Dylan Minnette, man. Dylan Minnette gives the best performance, man. This kid gets demolished. He gets his ass kicked, but he doesn't give up. This kid went from Goosebumps to this, and I love it. The stunts, the choreo, the cinematography, man, the effects, awesome. Everything about this movie is awesome. I've seen it a few times now, and every single time I see it, it still shocks me. It still gets to me. It still has me cringing. Oh, it's fantastic. At number 3, oh yeah, I wanna shoot, baby. I don't know if that was the actual lyrics, but Deadpool.
Hey, yeah, I wanna shoot, baby. Packed in your stack, especially in the back, brother. Wanna thank your mother for a butt like that. Yo, shotgun bang. What's up with that thing? I wanna know, how does it hang?
Ryan Reynolds, Golden Globe nominated now. Wow. But this movie, it kind of deserves it, man. I remember seeing it and being like, I saw this movie in the theater like 5 times. I remember my friends were all like, hey dude, you're gonna get sick of it. And I was like, nope. I own it on Blu-ray, I have it on my Vudu. I want to watch it all the time because it's fucking hilarious. I love Ryan Reynolds and I love Deadpool. I love the look of Deadpool. I love the style of Deadpool. Like Tim Miller's a really great action director, and I'm really sad that, you know, the little controversies happening with Ryan Reynolds and Tim Miller, especially with the Golden Globes and whatnot. I feel like it's gonna be really awkward now, but it's like the movie's a really great comedy. It's a really good superhero action comedy. Like there's really gruesome shit that happens, but it's perfectly, like, the tone is set. You know exactly what you're going for, and I love it. Number 2 is a movie that, again, bombed in the box office. Nobody saw it. I understand. They set it at the worst spot. Warner Brothers, what the fuck are you doing? Because The Nice Guys is one of the best comedies ever.
This is a high-profile case.
Made the newspapers. Amelia.
What the hell's going on?
Oh, you know, there's a guy coming to kill us. That kind of crap.
Hey, can you behave like a professional?
I'm sorry.
Ever. It's amazing. Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. Who knew that they would be like the best comic duo that would come in like years? They're perfect together. It's written and directed by Shane Black, the guy that wrote the Lethal Weapon movies. He wrote, directed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which is a fucking amazing. Another one of those like I can't say that word right now, but mixed couples, not mixed couples. Good lord, odd couples. Val Kilmer and Robert Downey Jr. like they were like the kind of like the same thing. Where, like it was like, oh, these two are kind of weird together, but they work, you know. And it's the same thing with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. They play off each other so well. And Ryan Gosling is hilarious. He is one of the best guys ever. He's the best actor ever. He's fucking good looking. He says his lines so funny. His scare takes are amazing. I love everything about the guy. He makes me laugh. He makes me cry. He woos me. Don't think this is over me talking about Ryan Gosling, because he's coming back. The Nice Guys is great. It's a wonderful throwback to like old action movies. You know, if you really love Lethal Weapon, then you're gonna love this movie. Here is, ladies and gentlemen, my #1 favorite movie of 2016. It is La La Land. Of course, but I saw the movie, guys. I saw it twice, and dude, it's just as good as the critics say, if not better. It's such a great romantic musical. From the opening scene, it has the best opening scene I've seen in a movie in a good minute. It's a really great, eye-popping opening scene that just makes you like, oh, I'm watching a movie, you know? You're not just sitting here being like, oh, I'm watching a movie just to kill time with my friends. No, I'm sitting here watching a movie, just like how people would like get dressed. It's just like when I watch The Hateful Eight. I'm sitting here being like, dude, this is what film is all about. This is why movies get made. This is how movies used to get made. And it's awesome. Damien Chazelle, who did Whiplash, which is a great fucking movie. That's like a fantastic, awesome movie. And this movie is just as good, man. It's better. It's way better than Whiplash. Like, I love Whiplash, but it's like this. Like, here's La La Land, here's Whiplash. That's the way right there. That's how I convey a way. Love this movie. The songs are super catchy. The Someone in the Crowd it's such a great. Emma Stone, man, I can't speak right now, but Emma Stone is amazing in this movie. She's cute, she's bubbly, she's all there. There's a scene where she's just bopping it, and it's fucking amazing. She looks like she's having so much fun. Like, she's perfect in this role. And Ryan Gosling, dude, he's so charismatic. I love the dude. I love how he goes from The Nice Guys, where it's like this throwback to 70s crime movies, and then he goes to La La Land, where it's a throwback to 20s musicals, not 20s musicals, like 1940s musicals and 30s. Yeah, I guess the 20s. Anyways, that movie is the best movie of the year. And I'm not the only one, man. There's a fuck ton of people who think that this movie, it's revolutionary. It's something that we don't get nowadays. And it's something that we used to get all the time, and now that it's like just been such a long time, like again, like I said with Everybody Wants Some, it's nostalgia done right. It's everything that I want from nostalgic movies, like to bring me back to a time where things were kind of different, but then again the same. And I love how La La Land put it in modern time, because it showed us that we can still do movies like this and set it in this time, but we just have to know how to do it. We need to know how to make it work, instead of just going straight to that cheesy dialogue and the typical plot points. Do something with it. And that's what La La Land did. It took the ball and it rolled with it. Guys, it was a great year. It was okay. But it was a good year for movies. I know that I've said that it was a shit year for movies, but every year is a shit year for movies. Every year is a good and bad year for movies, just like how every year is a good and a bad year. There's no such thing as a really good year for movies. There's no such thing as a really good year for anything. There's always going to be shit going down, and no matter what, if it's on the tabloids or if it's just for like personal reasons, there's so many reasons, there's so many things to call a year the worst year ever. This is definitely not the worst year ever. Not for movies, not for anything. Even though there were a lot of celebrity deaths like Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds, which oh my, like I don't like how all these celebrity deaths are happening, but there's nothing that we can do about it. It's a new year. Let's go with it, guys. Someone already posted or destroyed the Hollywood sign, not destroyed, but vandalized it and put Hollyweed. Let's take that for what it is. New year, new Justin. Guys, like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Yes.